What's going on, guys? Snaggy here, and it's time to preview round 4 of the 2024 NRL season, lads. I am so pumped for this one. I absolutely cannot wait. Let's go through the games. We'll see who's winning the tipping comp. Like I said, I'm going to do the tipping comp in the preview rounds just because it doesn't update for about 24 hours, so it's better doing it then. And we'll go through some betting that I'll be doing this weekend and then go through all the games, obviously, as always. If you're not yet already, though, guys, please make sure you're subbed. We're closing in on 4,300? Oh, 9,400, sorry, subs at the moment. Trying to hit 10K real soon, guys, if you can. It would mean so much if you can help me get to 10K, guys. All right, let's go through the games real quick. Drop your picks in the comments too, your head-to-heads each game, guys. I'd love to see if anyone can get an 8 from 8. I'm going to get one this weekend. I know I am. Bunnies versus the Panthers. This is interesting, man. This is actually a really big game. Oh, it's on Channel 9 too. Well, the Thursday night game always is. Roosters versus the Titans. That's interesting too. Dolphins versus the Broncos. This is awesome. Just quickly before I finish too, I had a look at Magic Round. Obviously, Magic Round's coming up. I was going to get some tickets and that, and I was deciding which day. Sunday Magic Round is so good. I'm definitely going to Sunday on Magic Round. If you can get tickets to that one, make sure you jump on the Sunday because it's going to be awesome. Dragons versus the Storms, Cowboys versus the Raiders. We have the Sharkies versus the Bulldogs, and Manly with DCE drama that's going on. It's absolutely nuts. We have the Eagles versus the Eels, West Tigers versus the Warriors, and the Knights have the bye. I'm going to have to trade out Caitlin Ponga out of my Supercoach. Who should I put in? Let me know in the comments too if there's any Supercoach nerds in here. That would help me out a lot. Now, just before we continue, let's have a little look-see. So, in the tipping comp, guys, we have Benny, Max 454, and Seth all on 28 points. Now, that joke around, it really shows you how much it helps because I'm on 22 points. I'm 6 points behind already. It's only round 3. So I've got to do some catching up. But if you have a good round, you can shoot up the standings really quickly. And just Supercoach, who's winning our league here quickly, it is Fried Bicycles. Damn, he got 1,200 last week. That's pretty good considering all the big guns that went down. Whoa, that's absolutely nuts. I'm coming 136th to my own league for Supercoach. God damn, that's terrible. God damn. All right, now onto the punt. So obviously, if you followed me for a minute, guys, you know that I love at the start of the year, I like my save bets and all that sort of stuff. But this week, I'm going to kick off a bank builder round. So I actually just straight stole this from Dan's AI picks. If you follow him, he does NBA and NFL and college and all that sort of stuff. But essentially, what a bank builder bets is, he bets a bit like me too. You pick stuff. It's similar to a ladder challenge, but it's a little safer, and you don't win as much, but you can hit them. So our goal is to turn 100 into about $900 over this weekend. All we do is we put $100 in on something that's paying about $1.40 to $1.55, $1.60. We'll try and do it 6 times. We put our winnings in each time. That'll get you to about $900, give or take. Okay, so the reason why I'm not doing all 8 games is, for example, on Saturday, we need to take our winnings to the next game, and obviously it'll be a bit hard with games back-to-back. Won't have time to do it, so make sure you keep an eye on you're going to have to jump in my Discord if you want to jump on that, or follow me directly on Dabble as well. So I'll leave links to both those in the descriptions there if you do want to join our Discord. Also, let me know too. I know a lot of people don't have Discord, so I was thinking about, I need to put it on a platform where it won't ban me for betting. So obviously I can't put anything on TikTok, I'll get banned. So I was thinking about starting a Facebook group, you know what I mean, or a Facebook page where I can just dump everything on as well. Everyone's got Facebook, I'm pretty sure. So I was thinking about doing that as well. Let me know if that's an option, because I've just had a few people say, hey, I just can't get into your Discord. I'm like, I don't know how to use it properly either, bro. So let me know as well. So yeah, follow me on Discord, and or follow me directly on Dabble. If you do want to join Dabble, guys, use code SNAG when you join, or click the link and join Dabble that way. And when you do join, it'll automatically follow me. You can just click follow the bank builder bets on there, guys. I think you can even turn, like similar to social media, you can turn on a bell icon. So when I literally put a punt down, a little notification will pop up too. So pretty sure someone told me that they would follow there was a notification option. So that'll be really cool as well. If you could do that, it means a lot. I think we've got about 5,500 people following us on Dabble now, which is bananas. Bananas. That's so many people follow me, bet. It's a lot of pressure. And just for anyone that doesn't know, the moment you post a bet, it halves the chances of hitting. Because if I just put these bets down quietly, you know a lot more will be hitting. You really do. What do we have? Yeah, 5,600 people following us on Dabble. Wow. Wowzers. All right, guys, let's get into it. Bunnies versus Panthers. Look, I'm not worried about the Panthers at all, but they could lose this game. And if they do, 1-3 is an awful start to the season. It really is. Like, I think even if you are the Penrith Panthers, like people are like, there's some teams that could win from outside the 8. I'd take way less confidence into it. Way less confidence. They've got to start winning some games, and they've got to do it without Cleary. Both teams coming off losses. Penrith coming off 2. It's panic stations. Panthers have owned them the last couple of times they've played, guys. Have a real quick look at the team lists. So we do have Campbell Graham out. Huge out. That's an absolute huge out. But Nathan Cleary's bigger out. So we have Talau coming in. Forward pack's unchanged. Blaze Talangi comes in on the bench. I really want him to start getting this kid some minutes. Oh, you can't see him. There he is. This dude looks like a little Moses Leota in the making. I'd love to see him come on the bench and get some minutes. But I guess it's hard to go past the vets that are already doing it. And Dallas Tunkin comes in at lock. Who comes? Ravalawa, Tass, Jack Whiten. Jack Whiten's back. So they get Jack Whiten back, lose Campbell Graham. But yeah, so this is huge. Rabbitohs have won only 2 of their past 14 games against the Panthers. That is wild. Souths have been very good over the past 5 years, other than last year. That's pretty wild. Panthers have won their last 5 games at Accor Stadium, including 2 grand finals. Rabbitohs have conceded 100 points in the last 3 games at Accor Stadium. Paul Adamotti has scored 7 tries in their past 5 games. Ravalawa will make his 100th appearance. Now, let's have a look at some matchups here. You can see that. I am taking Brian To'o to score because Ravalawa's defence on the weekend, it's always been bad, but it was even worse. It was absolutely disgusting. So I think To'o will score in this game. No 2 ways about it. And Jenkins in at second row here. Okay. I don't love that. Now, this kid, I don't think he's debuted for... I think he might have had 1 game, but I think it was off the bench maybe. And Humphreys looks good. Cole. Look, Bunnies could really get this. They really could. No, I'm not... The bookies have Penrith very short. I'm not so sure. I'm really not so sure. I really think this could be a close game, and I just really do think that this forward pack could get them home. Isaiah Yeo, Mitch Kenny can really steer the ship around. We saw how good Isaiah Yeo was when Cleary went down. He pretty much became a halfback, a 6'5", 120 kilo halfback. He's a freak, but yeah, I love tries on this side, guys. Jack White's a really good defender. Tass and Ravalawa a bit dicey. Cole's been... I'll give it to him. When I saw Cole playing last year, I'm like, this dude isn't it. Like, if you can't look... My theory is, if you can't look at least pretty damn good in a Penrith system, like, you're probably pretty mid. You know, we've seen guys in the system look awesome and then they go somewhere else and look extremely poor. Oops, I'll press something then. All right, we're good. Yeah, and I wasn't impressed. Like, he doesn't look good at all. Like, he just looks very mid. But he's growing on me. He is definitely growing on me. So we're going to have to wait and see how this plays out. I'm taking Penrith, but really not that confident, guys. I'm really not. Like I said, it's so far from panic stations right now for Penrith. It's not funny, but if they lose 3, I'll just be questioning a little bit. A lot of other teams will get their tails up. You know what I mean? Roosters versus the Gold Coast Titans. Titans coming off a win. Roosters coming off a loss. Roosters had their number the last couple of years. So we have Connor Watson out. Oh, I've got to get him out of my super coach too. God damn it. Who could I put in? Maybe Appy. I like Appy. So we have who's replacing Zach Docker-Clay. I actually don't mind him. He's pretty nice. Saw Wong, Angus Crichton, bench. Oh, so Nat Butcher and Lindsay Collins come back, guys. And Kearney is out. That's a big out. Surprised they... I don't have many options there. I was going to say surprised they didn't put AJ or Campbell back there. Look, I know Titans had a big win last week, and it's great. It's really good for them and stuff like that. But like I said, it's just he got to run in this game. But I'm going to say my pick now because it sort of segues into what I'm saying. I'm taking the Roosters, right? Because I believe Titans, the way they've set up their spine, they've got 3 fullbacks playing in their half in their spine. They really have to. Their forward pack has to dominate through the middle, and then they can play a running game off the back of that through the ruck or around, you know what I mean, just in and around and run off quick play the balls and stuff like that. Whereas I genuinely think like White has looked incredible. Spencer Lenu, State of Origin prop. Lindsay Collins, State of Origin prop. Who'd they drop? Nat Butcher's coming in. Victor Radley in the back in the middle. Like it's tough. I don't like as good as Mo, RCG, and Tino are. I don't think they're going to dominate that middle. It's a very good pack, but I don't know if they're going to dominate it, and so I don't know if there's going to be that space for them to score. Whereas we know Teddy, guys like that can sort of create off nothing, and even though Chad is a bit of a Chad, he's still a vet halfback that can, in a tight game, can steer him around a bit better. So, yeah, I'm going to go Roosters in this one. But Roosters have won 11 consecutive games against the Titans. Well, that strengthens my argument, doesn't it? Titans will play at the new Allianz Stadium for the first time. Dom Young has scored 15 tries in 12 games at Allianz. RCG is the only Titan who has played at Allianz. That's wild. All right, let's have a look at some matchups here, see what we like for try scorers. We have Talau Townsend. We have Wong running at Fermor, Kelly and Francis. Toa. We'll get this scoring map to be a bit more accurate soon too, guys, with a bit more data. I'm loving how it's coming together though. I'm really loving how this is coming together. We're going to start using this stuff very soon, alright? Probably next week. Yeah, next week we'll start using that stuff. I need 4 weeks of data to make a pattern. You can't do it for less. Samian Fafita on Tupou. Angus Crichton. Yeah, I like Crichton running at Campbell. I like Crichton for a try, guys. Or, yeah, I'd be going this right side. Haas, little flimsy. Can be a little flimsy. He's going to be up against Angus Crichton, Campbell. Yeah, I see space in for Crichton and Nakawase and Tupou, guys. So I'll be going left. Be looking more left than anything. Or maybe Big Dave Feeder to get one against the Roosters, eh? Why the hell not? Yeah, Roosters a win. Crichton to score. That'll be the things I'm looking at right now. Broncos versus the Dolphins. Now, a lot of people writing the Dolphins off in this one. They've been pretty poor, but remember they've been pretty poor before and really stood up against a flying Broncos team. I expect them to show up in this one. 4 losses on the trot, if you include last year. Broncos 2 from 3, coming off a win. Yeah, well there you go. 2024 Dolphins pumped them, and then so 1-1 last year, 1 each. This is going to be a good one. I know everyone's just going to tip Broncos in this, but I think it could be a little closer than people think. Dolphins have scored 74 points in the last 2 games at Suncorp. Jesse Arthurs has scored 6 tries in his past 4 NRL. I was about to say experiences. Herbie Farnworth has scored 4 tries in his past 2 games at Suncorp Stadium. Ben Hunt will move into the top 10 all-time premiership appearances. Wow, that's a lot of rugby league games. Jake Averillo has scored 4 tries in his last 3 games against the Broncos. Okay. Let's have a look at some potential matchups here, guys. Oh, we forgot to have a look at the. We're going to look at the team list right here, aren't we? All right. So I can't start tipping the Dolphins until they put Max Plath in the middle. Like, to me, they are lacking leg speed, something chronic. And they've just keep putting Gilbert in at lock. Like, drop Kafusi onto the bench. He's an aging player anyway. Gilbert up front. Plath in the middle. I don't understand it. I really don't. And Hammer's just got to, until Hammer starts taking 15 carries, I just can't tip him. I just really can't. So Staggs comes in, right centre. He takes Mariner's spot. And look, quite shocking. A lot of people thought Shibaski would get dropped in this one, with Staggs coming back. Now Herbie has been a pretty solid. Now we have Hetherington on Finney Fuyaki and Plath Reynolds on Ricky. Yeah, I'm feeling the left again, eh? I mean, it's boring, but I'd look at Giefsky and Arthurs. I like those matchups. Walsh. This is the thing too, like Walshy. Do you know what I'd love to see? So these two guys right here, they're both, I wouldn't say struggling, but haven't been at their dynamic best. And so to me, like what I want to see from both these players this weekend, guys. Sorry, this chair is so creaky, guys, but it's so comfortable. It's the biggest old cruddiest thing, but it is the most comfy office chair on planet Earth. I've got two like really good gaming chairs next door, and I just love this one so much better. But it creaks like my knees on a cold winter's day. I want to see Hammer just take more carries, man. Just get involved. Just get involved. Put a bit of fear into the line of the defensive line. I just really need to see more of that from him. I think it was 11 carries and then maybe 8 or 9 the week. It's just not good enough, man. You're on the big bucks. You and Katoa are getting the big bucks. Katoa has to bring them home. Herbie has to Fidel has to get more involved, man. 11 carries. I mean, he's probably getting about nearly $40,000 a game. He's getting paid $4,000 a carry. $4,000 a carry? Come on, lad. It's not good enough. Reece Walsh. Do you know what I'd love to see with him? So this is my thoughts with him, right? They keep giving him the ball to initiate stuff. Like, he's so blindingly quick. Like, he's so fast. I'd love to see him finishing stuff. Like, playing more like almost Teddy did in his prime, where you've got Payne Haas in your team who can offload at will. Just run off his hip. Like, just try finish. Like, someone else run plays and you're backing up and finishing rather than initiating, if that makes sense. Rather than going, here, Walshy, do something, be like, Payne, you do something, and just know on your left hip he's going to be one of the fastest dudes off the mark in the NRL, who's extremely hard to carry. That gets rid of him making these 5 errors a game. He's still going to be electric in that position, and you eliminate all the errors. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? I think that would work better. You've got Reynolds and Hunt that can ball play so much. You've got second rollers and that can, run good lines, and you've got Haas and Carrigan that could both offload. You got, like Melbourne Storm, the way Paps plays, that's another good example. So, like, for example, they'll have a scrum, and I was about to try and show you on the thing, but they go to Hughes, someone runs like in line, and then it's outside, back in, and the space created is like Walsh goes through. Rather than we saw in the 2023 grand final where Walsh was initiating and putting Ezra Mam through holes, sort of the other way around, if that makes sense. Not so much that, but yeah, like create something through dynamic ball playing, and then Walsh is on the end of it, not starting it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It makes sense in my head. Let me know if it's coming through, but I want Walsh finishing stuff, not starting stuff. I think that'd work a lot better because, he's going to win. He's going to absolutely trot it home in errors this year. Most errors in the comp this year, if he keeps trying to initiate and throwing that pass. Still do it. Like, you don't want to take away from his game, but yeah, you've got 2 very capable ball players in your team. Why the hell not use them? All right, let's move on to the next game, guys. Dragons, but this is why Storm. Like, when Jerome Hughes was announced out, I was like, Melbourne have a pretty poor record without him. It's like they're actually better off losing Munster than Hughes. I just saw Wishart comes in. I'm like, This is why they're going to be a problem. Wishart's so good. We have the Melbourne Storm, 2 in a row. We have, the Dragons haven't bloody won a game in a minute. 5 in a row. I know some of those are last year, but Dragons did get them last year. Dragons did get them. That was a gritty, gutsy win for them there. And, Melbourne got them that time. Geez, that's really high scoring from Melbourne. That's a really high scoring game. Let's have a quick look at the team list here, guys. Right, so let's see if everyone keeps this spot. Clemmer comes in, guys. No try celebrations this week, which will suck. So Ilias keeps his spot. Flanagan collects his spot. Gula, Couchman, Clemmer on the bench. Dylan Egan. He looks like a footy player, doesn't he? Then we have Vanga. So very forward heavy. So Storm do lose their... They don't want to lose 2 outside backs like they did last week. They won't be able to cover it this week. But yeah, this is still a goddamn strong looking team, isn't it? Think about putting Pappenhausen in my super coach. Goal kicking, apparently, with Meaney out. Don't know how long Meaney's out, but we'll have to just wait and see. Dragons have won 3 of their past 4 games against the Storm at Nestor Jubilee Stadium. There you go. Storm have won 10 from 12 away games in 2024, equal best in the NRL. Tupolotu has scored 6 tries in his past 4 NRL games. Katoa has scored 5 tries in 6 games against the Dragons. Flanagan coach teams have won 5 of their last 7 games against the Storm. Flano owns the Storm. Flano's... Damn, that's wild. Alright, so we have Coatsy on Howarth. Oh, I love that. Munster's going to have more hands on the ball with Hughes out. Bloor running lines. At Ilias, can't tackle. Sully with sore ribs. Howarth at Sully. Coates. Man, I really like Bloor for this one. Bloor and Coates on Sloan. Sloan's a smaller body. Coates can jump. Munster's going to have the ball more than he normally would on this side. I know how Wishart's going to get plenty of footy too, but Munster traditionally gets more footy when Hughes is out. So I like the left on this side, guys. I'll be looking at Bloor for some value and Coates if you just want a safe leg. And Paps is always a good one. And for the only thing I can really think of is Anderson hasn't had a ton of first grade and Holmes loves a try. Leilua running at Wishart. You could go Holmes if you're looking at someone from the Dragons as well. We may be looking at those two. Storm to win this one, guys. I'm expecting a big resurgence from them. I'm not expecting Dragons to be super poor, but Melbourne just look really good, and Wishart just comes in and it's just... you know what I mean? Oh, on to the Cowboys versus the Raiders. So, Cowboys got them both times last year. Both teams coming off L's. Unfortunately, the Cows are coming off 3 L's. Raiders have looked absolutely thick this year. They also get Tarpany back. Smithy's out with a concussion. Xavier was back last week too, wasn't he? Tamale. He actually he's pretty tough, eh? So Big Tarps is back. Eagles. We have Owen Paddy, Sagassi, Trey Mooney. Derby. Clifford. Now, boys, I said in my preview, some of my post-game one, that Cowboys look sort of worse in person than they did on TV. A lot of people, I watched Bloke in the Bar, and they were saying that Cowboys actually looked pretty good in this game against the Broncos. I only saw it live, and they looked really bad to me. But I thought the Broncos didn't look that crash hot live either. I know it's sort of a negative thing, but I was just watching it live going, just either of them look that good to me. But like I said, it can be very different on TV. So I was just thinking, I was just wanting to know, like, did they actually look better on TV, or were they pretty mid? Was the Bloke in the Bar just pumping them up? Because I know sometimes they do that from time to time. They're just, they're pretty positive podcasts. They don't rip on people a whole heap. So I was just thinking maybe they were just trying to find positives, whether they're actually there or whether they were sort of making them up. But yeah, like my gut just tells me Raiders are going to do this in a trot. But I've got to stop doing this. But I've got this really bad tendencies of going, like Cowboys have to win a game soon. Like they're due. You know what I mean? Like the gambler in me's like they're due. They're due again. They're due a good game. It's at home. Raiders a lot of travel. They're due. You know what I mean? What do you guys think? Cowboys have won their last 6 games against the Raiders. Raiders have not won a game. The Raiders have won only 1 of 5 games at Country Bank Stadium. Cowboys have conceded 104 points in their first 3 games. David Savage plays 50th. Cowboys have won 5 of their last 7 games at Country Bank. See, this is what I mean. It's hard because we've got Cowboys have been so dominant there against these Raiders, but then also Cowboys have conceded 100 points because they've been so trash. You know what I mean? That's why I'm conflicted. I'm really having a trouble with this game because it's just... I know I should just pick the better footy team, which is the Raiders. But are they due? Oh, let's have a look at some matchups. See if we can find something here. Right. Okay, so this is the problem that I have with the Cowboys. Bateman sucks. O'Donnell sucks. Purdue's green. Vayella sucks. But besides that, I like all the other players, and I reckon McLean, Robson, Cotter, Dearden. And then I come over to the Canberra Raiders, and I'm like, Papiali, I'm loving everything I see. I actually sort of like Cowboys bench better. What should I go? Should I go who I think the better team is and who should win this game? Or do I listen to the gambler in me and say, no, Cowboys are playing okay and they're due a win and they're at home and they've owned It's tough, man. This is tough. I'm going to pick one now. But keep an eye on my shorts. I might have to flip-flop on this one, boys. If there's any changes to the lineup in either one, I might have to change it. I'm going to take Canberra. They've been far better. Oh, but I just remembered how bad Weeks was last week. And if he gets put under pressure again, he could fold. Tarpany's back now. They're going to go through him. Raiders. Let's go Raiders. Up the milk. But I tell you, I just wouldn't mind the Cowboys getting a win in that one. I mean, seriously. Just give me 1 sec, guys. I'm parched. I can't wait for this game. All right, let's see how these guys have matched up. Close one last year. 15-14 and then a bit of a touch-up, 25-4. March, that would have been before the Doggies hit their straps though, so take that game with a grain of salt. Doggies got 3 on the trot, Sharks 3 on the trot. Game is at home, team lists are in, Ueli is out, but Hazelton, Rudolph back. This Sharkies team, I've been saying it, I think it's more balanced than just about every team in the comp. I actually think it's the most balanced team. Like, this team is more balanced than Penrith. Like, size, speed, agility on the edges, good spine, big pack, big mobile pack, line running second rowers. Like, if I was building a team, I'd probably build this. I mean, like, obviously I'd stack it with superstars if I could, but it's just so well balanced. You've got a perfect utility on the bench and then they've got Siffer who's just can play anywhere other than wing. And then they've just got 2 big juggernauts on the bench as well. This is a rugby league team, boys. Then we have the Doggies, who I just love their jersey, except for Wilson. What are you doing, Wilson? All right. Taft in. So, Connor Tracy, Blake Wilson, Sherry Crichton. Okay, so as changed, we have King, Reid Marnie, Fafita, Curran, Jacob Preston, Salmon. I don't really like Curran in the second row. I would do this team a little different, but, you know, Ciro knows what he's doing. But I'd have Satili in at second row where Curran is full time. And then I'd probably put Salmon in at second. I don't know. Yeah, then you lose a bit of mobility, don't you? Yeah, I'm sure. It's not bad. I don't mind it. It's pretty solid. All right, this is a big game, man. This is a big tester, you know. Good teams win games without their superstars. We've known that for a long time. Squads win premierships, not teams. You got to win these games, you know, if you want to be a genuine threat. And both these teams will be fighting for a top 4 spot, or should be, the way it looks. It's sort of all playing out. And I love Curtis Moran's on here. I'd love to see him get some more game time. He didn't get much action last week. He's a handful. He makes you work. He's so. Bailey Howard has to tighten up his defense. He did actually in the second half. I was sitting there going, damn. He was really poor defensively in the first half against Parramatta. He missed 6 tackles, but then he missed 1 in the second half. So that's a pretty good turnaround. The one he missed though was a really bad miss. I think any other team in the comp would have scored a try off it, but Parra fumbled the bag. Look, man, I'm loving what Crichton's doing. I love their edges. Connor Tracy, it's good. I thought Sexton was pretty solid last week too. But yeah, this should be good. The forward pack's going to get a real test because I know Burton and Kicks are out, but as far as front row and all that sort of stuff go, this is it for the Doggies. This is their big guy. It's Fafita, Curran, middle, Max King. They've got Harry Hayes, Satili coming off the bench. That looks like it's going to be their middle because they're running with 2 smaller bodies, like an interchange, like a utility and a smaller middle forward. That looks like how the team's going to run out. So they're coming up against a big, aggressive pack. A lot of people said Doggies are too small to compete. We're going to find out this weekend. We really are. If I'm the Sharks, I'm just AFB, Oregon Kaufusi, Hazelton, run at Reid Marnie all game. Just run at him all game. Shut down his offense. That's the best way to do it. And just when Reid starts missing tackles, his offense just goes. If you actually watch all his best games, he's missed barely any tackles. He's I don't know if it's a confidence or what, but it's just maybe he's having to do so much work when you run at him a lot. But yeah, that's what I'll be doing. And Doggies just have to hang in there and just be in with the fight and give himself a chance to win it. And we'll have to wait and see how it plays out, guys. I'm excited. Sharkies have won 6 of their past 7 games against the Bulldogs. Canterbury have not won against the Sharks since 2011. Stone Street has scored 4 tries in 5 games at Shark Park. Sherry scored 9 tries in 11 games at Shark Park. Yeah, for the Sharks. Jesse Raymond plays 150th. Oh, yeah. It's funny they try and sneak those ones in there. You're like, yeah, he did it for another team. Let's see some matchups here, guys. So we got. I'm really interested to see who's running that. Oh, GG's. Nakora, the best line runner in the game, has got Howard, who was defensively flimsy last week. That's a try. Running off Hines. So Nakora will score. I was so impressed with Critter's defense last week against Para and the week before. He was just like an octopus, just like suction cupping onto dudes, man. He was beast. I'll be looking right edge. I'll be looking Nakora, Stone Street on Matoya. Matoya can be flimsy in defense too, guys. You can put those 2 together or go both of them together for 2 or more. I think that's almost a lock. Guys. Taking Sharkies in this one, guys. I just think they're going to be a little too strong. Like I said this last week, Shark Park. I know it's not a day game, 6:30 our time, 7:30 New South Wales time. I think Sharks are going to make that a bit of a fortress. I think you're going to have to bring your top game. I'd definitely consider the Bulldogs to win it with Berto and Kicks, but last week we saw they looked a little lost without those 2 there and played way too sideways, and I don't know if they're going to have the men to run through this team. So I think they might resort to going a little too sideways again. Sharkies to win. Sea Eagles versus the Eels. Parramatta beat them last year. Oh, that's right. Parramatta started the year right last year. Everyone sort of forgets that. Then got them later. So Parramatta 0-3. Sea Eagles 2-1. Look, someone messaged, I think it was in Discord or maybe it was on YouTube or something, saying maybe with all what's going on, the Sea Eagles might struggle this weekend. I'm with you. Unfortunately, Parramatta have been so bad, I can't get totally with you. I just think Turbo at Brookvale means W. That should be a t-shirt. Brookvale plus Turbo equals W, in my opinion. I think they're going to get this one probably pretty handily. Parramatta just Dylan Brown, bro. It is blowing my mind. He got 1.3 mil a year. Look what you get for 1.3 mil. Like Payne Haas isn't on that. The Cleary isn't on that. That's what we're talking about. So Eagles have won 7 of their past 8 games at 4 Pines. Eels have won only one of their past 6 games at 4 Pines. Tom has scored 16 tries in 16 games on home soil. Joe Offer and Gower plays 200th. Ruben Garrett 13 tries in 12 games. Damn. Alright, so let's have a look at some matchups. So, Russell, Lomax. Man, you can just take anyone here. I like Garrick to get one. Will Penasini's actually pretty solid defensively, and he's outside Brown. Carr's, I wouldn't call him a good defender, but he's solid, and he does make pretty good reads. Like, he's been around a long time. Brooksy, Kohler. So we've got Benjamin. I don't know where the tries are going to come from, but they'll probably, I guess Turbo's probably your safest bet. Maybe Turbo and Ola Kawatu. I know they're pretty good defenders, but Parramatta's defence just isn't communicating. If you don't communicate against Ola Kawatu, you're going to sleep, you know? You're going to sleep. Yeah, I'll probably look at Turbo and Ola. Sabi, Greedy Garrick's going to be at it again, getting all his tries and not passing to Sabi. That was so funny, that one. So many people had Saab. I actually picked Saab, but my multi was already dead, so it didn't matter. But 4 dudes there. Saab unmarked on the wing, and he dives in. He got it down, but I was like, dude, what are you doing, bro? Just bars, bro. Unmarked. Saab almost probably could have run around and put it under the post. It was wild. Anyway. I can't go past the Sea Eagles in this one, guys. Can't go past the Sea Eagles. I hope some improvements from Parramatta. Hopefully they can just at least look alright till Moses gets back. West Tigers versus the Warriors. So Waz got them both times last year. Oh, sorry. They only played once last year and once the year before that. Both teams come and they've got an identical record. One open with a loss, then win-win. So either way, I think both these teams are in pretty good shape right now, and one's going to be in very good shape after this game, and one's still in okay shape, 2-2. It's all right. That's fine. You're on the board, you know. You're on the board after 4 rounds. So I'm pretty sure Warriors have a bye after this. If Warriors can get a win here, seriously. They'll be 2, 4, 6, 8 points, 8 out of 10 available. You're probably sitting up close to the top 4. Probably in the top 4, yeah, because they'll buy the week after. Guaranteed 2 points. It's huge. And then the West Tigers, if they can do it, they're already in the top 4. Wow, crazy. I'm glad for both teams, man. I hope both these teams go good this year. I really hope both make the top 8. I really do. Let's have a look at some team lists real quick, then some matchups. So RTS is out. Oh my God, I love this dude. I didn't realise that shot on Sandon Smith was this dude as well. Bro. He has the potential to be the most devastating. remember when Talakai was just untouchable at centre there for a minute? He's showing me little sniffs of that. He's showing me sniffs of Steve Maddai. He's a monster. Rocco Berry comes in for RTS. Handy replacement. Pompey goes to the wing. So pretty solid reshuffle. When I saw RTS was out, I was like, oh, they're gone skis. Pretty solid replacements there. Forward packs, I can't wait for this matchup. Pole, Barnett, Fisher, Harris, Tyrrell May. I'd probably give the second row edge. Oh, it's pretty even there too. What's the odds on this game? I've got to see. I'm fascinated because I've got it $1.90 each. Whoa, West Tigers are firm favourites. I would not have picked that. De Silva, Royce Hunt, Jack Bird, Finau. Jeez, they've even got a little bit of depth there. Tigers, man, so good to see. How good is it? I'll tell you what too, man. I'll tell you what I love, a team that sort of sucked for a while, and that was the same as the Warriors. It's really easy to jump on their bandwagon. We all jumped on the Wales bandwagon. If your team was sucking, jump on the, because it was just good to see them because it sucked for so long, and you're like, yeah, man, this is good. I'm pretty sure let's just say, for argument's sake, they're in the top four for majority. If your team's down the bottom and you're sort of you're jumping on that Tigers bandwagon, you're like, come on, lads, put it in, it's cool, man. It's a good story. Let's have a little look-see at some of these. West Tigers are aiming for 3 straight wins for the first time since 2018. Tigers won 3 games in a row in 2018. Okay. Warriors have won. The Warriors have won their last 7 games against the West Tigers. Whew. Sonny Taruva has scored 6 tries in his past 4 NRL games. Warriors have won only 1 of their past 6 games at Campbelltown. Tigers have the best defence in the comp. I mean, I don't think it's going to be for long, but that's so great. That's so goddamn great. Now, we've got Taruva and Pompey, Berry to Stafford Toa. They have been playing right quite a lot, which is sort of funny. I'm just thinking about it now. I didn't actually watch too closely what side they were going in this game. I was more just watching the game, then taking notes on which way they're going. But Tuapiki, yeah, I'm not loving a whole heap of try scorers here, guys. Obviously, there's going to be some, but we're going to have to. Got Luai, Safatoa, Taruva, and Berry, Harris. Yeah, could always go the bro, Leilutua. I don't know if Dewey can handle him one-on-one. Off Metcalf, Nakura. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not loving anything there, boys. Keep an eye. I'll have a little look. I know I have another look at that one, but yeah, I'm not too sure. Now, as far as my head-to-heads go in this one, guys, I'm really torn. The only thing is, I'm just Tigers riding high after an away win. Look, sitting in the top 4, coming home to Campbelltown, be sold out. It's a Campbelltown, right? Yeah. And the only other thing I really like about them a bit more than the Wars is these 2 matchups here. I really do think Galvin and Luai have a substantial edge over these 2. And yeah, the rest, I think there's a lot of washes here, like centres, almost fullback could be a bit of a wash battle. I think the forward packs almost wash themselves out. I mean, I like Appy better than Wade, but it's a bit of a wash. It's not like a really dominant matchup where there's a team stronger. I like both second rowers, but it's not huge. It's almost a bit of a wash again. But I really do like Tigers halves and Tigers spine better. They said the CEO came out and said they had the best spine in the comp. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, man. We literally, they won last week because of their spine. Their spine was better than Dolphin spine. Their spine got them home. That's what your spine's there to do. In particular, these 2. I definitely like them better than these 2. So yeah, I'm going to take the Tigers in this one. I was surprised they're favourites though. if I'm a Wars fan, I'd take with what would you get, probably minus 4.5 point head start to get almost even money. I'd take that every day of the week if I'm a Wars fan. All right, so let's go through these. Who did I go? I went Penrith. I've gone Roosters. I've gone Broncos. I've gone Storm. Where did I go again? I went the Raiders, didn't I? Did I? Yeah, I think I did. Sharkies, Sea Eagles, West Tigers, West Side. And that's it, lads. Beautiful. We done skis. As always, guys, thank you all so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.